Hi, Dav here, and today we have a new episode in the Art Review series, and today we'll be checking out the work of Jioa Huang here on the Instagram world page, and yeah, she actually does. I think it's a she. She does have a bunch of oh, only using Chinese TikTok. I'm guessing it's what Douyin something Instagram, Xiao Hongshu or Red Note. I think. Um, okay, let me just translate this text. Anyway, doesn't work, but yeah, she does post a lot of videos of her drawing, and I do like the way she's very gestural, very curvy with the way she draws, and she mainly does like traditional sketches or artwork. Um, and I often find her using a bunch of different pens like brush pens, ink pens, ballpoint pens, pencils. Um, and it's nice to see stuff like this because it shows you how artists have different ways or have their own unique ways of illustrating, simplifying the figures, right? It's basically this is kind of like their own version of their mannequin, right? And you'll see this a lot in the work of Huang or Jioa Zhao. Is it's kind of curvy, very like fluid strokes. Now this one's more of a portrait, and I think they're using like this brush pen, and they're very directed. They're very confident because clearly they're doing this traditionally, which I think when you're used to doing things traditionally, especially in like ink, you just learn to be a bit more ballsy with your strokes. And yeah, I've seen that brush pen before. I think it's also by Kuretake, maybe. But I mean, look at that. Drawing the face first, and then you drawing the facial features after. Because I know artists who like start out with the eye and then they work their way out, but some artists sort of start from the outside going in. Pretty cool. They're basically like framing the face via the chin and the hair. Pretty cool. And they have like tons of videos here of just them drawing, and they look kind of quick. Meaning it's not a full illustration; it's more of like a sketch, but it's a good looking sketch, by the way. Um, I'm not sure what brush pen is that. It looks so cool. That orange kind of look, very like it looks kind of dry as well. Like when you like quickly drag your stroke. But then on some parts, if you're kind of slow with the drawing, it's kind of more not opaque, but just more wet, less dry. So cool. And I think they have a bunch of these as well, where it's they're more like mannequins. They're not even like fully. They're not even drawing like the facial features. It's more about like the body, how it flows. And I think this is a common staple or common practice that a lot of experienced artists still do. You know, this kind of figure drawing kind of thing. Um, and because it does translate when they start doing their own characters from imagination. Eventually, that this kind of mileage will transfer to their own personal work, and it just gives you more opportunities to be familiar with the human body, right? Here they're using like a gel pen or ballpoint pen, right? They're very efficient with the lines, very gestural. So for those of you who are interested in practicing your figure drawing, there are many ways to approach it. But if you want to maybe be a bit more loose, but still have like a solid mannequin, because when you're drawing mannequins, they tend to be a little more stiff, right? They can look stiff, but it doesn't have to be that way. Your mannequins can have a little bit of a fluidness to it. And I think Jioa Huang is a good example of how you can do that, right? Yeah, it's a mannequin, but look at how smooth it ends up being, you know? Or gestural it is. I see some feet here. Pretty cool. Oh, this one's a pencil. I want to see the pencil version. I think it's a color pencil or because it's a pretty dark pencil. Um, you would assume they would like they draw in pencil the way they draw in pen, very direct, not wasting too much time like second guessing themselves or just to be, first of all, we have to remind ourselves that this is a time lapse video, so let's not assume that's how fast they draw. But the point is, they're very deliberate, and they're sort of like they think before they add the stroke. You know, it's not just because it sucks to like go over previous strokes, especially if you're trying to fix a mistake. It's gonna like constantly erasing this. Not only gonna make your drawing look like trash, but it does waste a lot of time. You know, it's better to just think a little bit and be more direct with your drawings. And they're very pretty, which I do like. Very kawaii. Um, so cute, like manhwa. Is it manhwa or donghua kind of? Um, damn. Again, look at that long ass pencil tip. You know, I really want sharpeners that can bring your pencil to this point where you have a lot of the lead showing. I do think this may be some kind of color pencil. I'm not sure. But just looking how thick the lead is it lead or graphite? Uh, because the thing about these kinds of tips is it could break, but it looks like this thing is like holding up fairly well, the pencil tip. So if you guys know what this pencil type is, I would love to know. Uh, again with the mannequins, breakdowns. I want to see this one because they're kind of showing like the box of the torso and the pelvis. They're kind of showing what they see. You don't have to do this, but it's sort of in a way, it's kind of like a tutorial, right? They draw the legs or the sausage parts on top of those boxes, right? And it looks legit. I think that's a ballpoint pen, maybe from Pilot, the G-Tech, maybe. This is more of a digital art piece. Pretty cool. There is a bit of an RGB shift effect there, so a little more gestural stuff. Pencils in pencil. Gyat. Okay. Going to draw my twink of the month like this. You're very inspired to my art motivation. Thank you. Kawaii. I feel like drawing twinks now just because easy. Let's focus. Um, yeah, and your gesture drawing. I've mentioned this in some of my like discussions. Um, I think in the tutorial somewhere. But the point is, when you're doing like these studies, you don't have to draw the full figure. You can just draw like a part of it, like from head to toe, or head to like halfway in the thighs. You know. And look at how they're just skipping the face entirely because that's not the focus. Right now, they're just trying to explore maybe a bit of the back, maybe the behind a bit, but that's pretty much it. Like you don't be picky with what exactly you're trying to study, and I think that's a great way to save time. Number one, but also enjoy the studying process. Because if you're forcing yourself to study something that you don't even like or that's not the focus, just because you feel like you need to finish it, it's not worth it. So be more like Zhao or Jiawa. I have no idea to pronounce the first name, but Huang. Huang. Oh, she's hot. I'm guessing this could be digital just because of how clean it looks. Very webtoon sort of style. Okay. I like how the sleeves are kind of long and it encompasses the. I don't like it because for me, my anatomy is my arm. Well, first of all, I'm a guy, so my arms tend to be a bit long. But I think for even for most guys, my arm is like I have an extra inch. Like when I wear jackets, even though it's like normal for my like torso, there's like an inch that's still left for my like arms. So it kind of I tend to have a bias towards larger jackets just because the sleeves are longer. I don't like it folding up. Like when I raise my hand, the sleeves kind of fold down. I don't like that. Oh shit, that's Ira from the Dan 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 anime. Yeah, I know. Oh, look at this stud over here, though. There you go. Oof. This is the first time I see Jiao or Joa use any constructions instead of knowing where everything should be without thinking. Yeah, maybe in the beginning you may do this a lot, but eventually that you sort of just see it. Like you think about it, you do consider it, but you sort of skip this part and just focus on the contours. But this is something I think, especially for a beginner, you kind of have to go through just to kind of get used to um, seeing it because seeing it is not enough. You have to kind of draw it. But once you've drawn this kind of thing enough, you can sort of skip this part, right? Damn, broad shoulders, very like buff. Yeah, now this one looks a little more androgynous because the hips are kind of big, but the pec muscles are kind of so prominent. I remember seeing this post recently on Instagram. I think it's a very popular, like, trending post. I think it's a reel, but it's the face is like you would assume it's a woman, but it's actually a guy. So everyone in the comments were like confused. I think it's a guy who looks like a girl. They're doing like a leg raises, and like just because it's so contrasting, like the muscles plus the feminine face, and the body's not necessarily like buff, but it's not super like dainty. So everyone was kind of confused, but in a good kind of way, if you get my drift. Come on. Okay. And you look at how they're very Joa here is very efficient with the strokes. Uh Drawing the rib cage, the pelvis, and the legs. Like they already have like it's already muscle memory at this point. And I think this is why you have to do a lot of these is not only does it help you see these like shapes, but the muscle sort of memory that gets ingrained in your hand. Like you just know which strokes come after uh previous strokes, and that only really happens when you do a lot of these like figure drawings. Oh, it's kind of hot, kind of a bad boy. Oh, this one's more innocent, more baby. Yeah. Yeah, so I think that's it for this art review because it's basically like the same. I think these are sometimes they're tutorials, sometimes they're more like demos, but um it's definitely an artist that I think is worth following just because they're cool. It doesn't have to be that complicated. If they're cool, they're cool. Um and they pretty much sort of their favorite medium may be like the it's either a brush pen, a ballpoint pen, or just this pencil of theirs. I'm not again. I'm I do see the name Nayoni Soft. Uh, oh, this one's an acrylic marker, a brush pen, another pencil. Oh, it's black. So I think it's a color pencil of some kind. It's basically not a normal pencil. I can't read Chinese. I think it's Chinese. Who knows? Um, but it says black. So oh, it's a matte. What? Graphite pencil. Maybe it's one of those. Oh, you know what? I think like pencils that are like 4B or 6B, they tend to have like thicker leads. So maybe, but just looking at this black part, it's so like charcoal-ish. Like it's very black. Because the thing about graphite pencils is that I don't like the gray that becomes reflective. Like in certain angles, when the light hits the or reflects light on that graphite, it doesn't look right. Waka waka. Yeah, sorry. I was trying to rap or rhyme, but anyway. Maybe let me like this and just bookmark that to be safe. So yeah. So I think if you're really into like traditional drawings as well, it doesn't have to be just traditional. I think you can learn a lot by watching how she draws, whether you're into traditional or digital art. So yeah. So that's it for this art review of Jioa Huang. I will link this page in the description below. Oh shit, 137K. And yeah, I'll see you in the next episode. Bye.